Hello everyone, welcome to CNA, the daily newspaper analysis. Today we are back with the following list of topics to discuss. So let's start. The first topic says about the Assam's Moidams feed UNESCO requirements for heritage site. Okay, so it's a good news that is directly coming in from Sipsagar, and this news wasn't uh, in news in the recent times because in the process of getting the World Heritage Site status, they meet the technical requirements for a heritage center. So Assam Moidams met all the requirements of this particular center to get a UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Okay, so but it needs to be noted that meeting all the technical requirements does not imply that the site has outstanding universal value and it will definitely be inscribed in the World Heritage Site. So therefore, these moidams, which are the pyramid-like structures, mount burial traditions of Tayahoms, who mainly ruled in Assam for almost 600 years until the advent of the British in 1820s. So we have seen that the nomination of the Choraido Moidams coincides with the 400th birth anniversary of the most celebrated Ahom general Lachit Borphukan. So we know that UNESCO World Heritage Site is a place that is recognized by the United Nations educational, scientific, and cultural organization as of distinctive cultural or physical importance, which is considered of outstanding value to humanity. So UNESCO strives to encourage the conservation, identification, and maintenance of natural and cultural heritage around the world. And this is exemplified by the Convention regarding the protection of the world culture and natural heritage accepted by UNESCO in 1972. So 50 years of UNESCO World Heritage Sites was being celebrated in 2022. And today, if I list down some of the World Heritage Sites from India, today we have got around 14 number of sites. And therefore, today we tries to include this particular heritage of Assam to be under the World Heritage Site. Okay, so this is under process. So we'll get it updated once it directly comes into prominence. चलो नेक्स्ट पे आते हैं इन्फ्लुएंजा सब टाइप ए H3N2. So the ICMR has 30 viral research and diagnostic laboratories for respiratory viral surveillance. So these VRDLs gather samples from patients suffering from severe acute respiratory infections and are attached to the top medical college in different states. So the ICMR informed that about half of all patients admitted with the SARI, that is SARI, that is the severe acute respiratory infections, were found to be afflicted with influenza AH3N2, where 6% presented with seizures, 16% had signs of pneumonia, 16% also has signs of wheezing symptoms, 27% progressed to breathlessness, 86% have cough, 92% has fevers. So therefore, if I say about this H3N2 influenza, it is also known as Hong Kong flu. It is a type of influenza virus that can cause respiratory illness in humans. So this H3N2 influenza is highly contagious and can spread from person to person through droplets generated when an infected person talks, coughs, or sneezes. So it can also spread by touching a surface contaminated with the virus and then touching one's mouth or nose. So what are the symptoms associated with this? So prolongingness, fatigue, chills, headaches, body aches, funny nose, sore throat, cough, and fever. So the treatment includes rest, drinking plenty of fluids, and taking acetaminophen or ibuprofen to reduce fever and relieve pain. So we should cover the mouth and nose while sneezing or coughing, avoiding contact with sick people, and washing hands with water and soap regularly, which is some of the precautions given with respective to this H3N2 virus. Okay, so that is with respective to this influenza. Coming to the next one, India holds conference on global intelligence chiefs. So why this was news? So because on March 1, India held the second conference on intelligence and security chiefs from 26 countries around the world. And the conference was held for the first time in April 2022, a day before the state of the Raisina dialogue, which was addressed by the PM of India as well as the National Security Advisor. So, what was the highlight of this conference? So, as a part of the Raisina dialogue, the security conference is organized by the country's external intelligence agency, that is the RAW, that is the Research and Analysis Wing, and the National Security Council Secretariat that reports directly to the NCA. So, what is the objective of this particular conference? So, it is to discuss the ongoing geopolitical tensions, providing an opportunity for participants to exchange view on how to address the crises and other geopolitical tensions, even meeting focused on the Russia-Ukraine conflict. So therefore, it is modified on the lines of the Munich Security Conference and also Singapore Shangri-La Dialogue. So it coincided with the G20's foreign minister meeting and Raisina Dialogue. India chairs both G20 and the SCO in 2023. Okay, so therefore, while the US was absent, intelligence chiefs from UK, France, Japan, and Bahrain were amongst those present. So recently, I have told you about the Raisina Dialogue. So what is this Raisina Dialogue? So is India's premier conference on geopolitics and geoeconomics committed to addressing the most challenging issues faced by the global community today. So in 2020, it seeks to capture the state of the world through its theme of provocation, uncertainty, turbulence, lighthouse in the tempest. So therefore, we can see that this meeting is an important meeting where India showcased its respective power and its respective interest in maintaining peace and tranquility around the whole world. Okay, chalo. Next पे आते हैं. China increases defense spending by 7.2%. So it's recently news because it's a grave concern for countries like USA as well as India, where the defense spending is increased by 7.2% to around $225 billion in 2023, saying the rise was needed to deal with the complex security challenges China is facing both from India as well as USA. Okay, so this hike is recently been given or has been announced by the National People's Congress or Parliament convened for its annual session in the capital, and therefore this draft budget is given with respective to the country of India, seeking that the China's still sizable budget remains around 3 times that of India. So you can see that how they are well prepared with the respective military, and how in case of some form of attack, how they have got an edge with respective to a country like India. So we have to catch up China as fast as possible by expanding or by improving our respective technology as well as our respective associated factors that directly makes us some of the defeating partner in this respective arena. Okay, chalo. Lastly, we can see about the biocomputers before the editorials. So what is this biocomputers? Why this biocomputers were all in news? See, recently scientists have outlined a plan for potentially revolutionary new area of research called organoid intelligence, which aims to create biocomputers where 3D brain cultures grown in the lab are coupled to real world sensors. So this technology, these mini brains with a size of around 4 millimeter are built using human stem cells and capture many structural and functional features of the developing human brain. So, however, brain organoids develop in the lab are not advanced enough as they lack the required sensory inputs and blood circulation, and that are necessary for the development of a complex organ like the human brain. So what is the new biocomputer? So researchers plans to combine brain organoids with modern computing methods using machine learning to create biocomputers. So they will grow organoids inside structure with multiple electrodes that can record the firing patterns of neurons and mimic sensory stimuli, which will directly be some of the opportunities for this biocomputer, because these brain organoids develop using stem cells from individuals with diseases like Parkinson's diseases and microcephaly can aid drug development for these conditions. So therefore, currently, brain organoids have a diameter of less than 1 millimeter, or roughly 3 million the size of an actual human brain. So neutral recordings from each neuron and connections will be needed to store and analyze using big data infrastructure. So there is also need to identify, discuss, and analyze ethical issues as they arise in the course of work. Okay, so therefore, this is mainly some of the recent type of development that you can see with respective to organoid intelligence, also to be referred to as biocomputers. Okay. Lastly, with respective to this editorial, what has been discussed about how to double India's farmers' income. So we could see that unless the income of farmers go up, sustained high growth of GDP is not possible. So this is because the manufacturing sector starts facing a demand constraint soon after meeting the demand of well-off urban consumers due to income of farmers. So agriculture engages the largest share of the workforce, which is around 45.5% in 2021-2022. So agriculture also provides foods and nutritional security to the largest population on this planet. So today, though the government is giving various number of subsidies, and are providing support to the farmers, supposedly with the respective fertilizer subsidy of around 2 lakh crore, PM Kisan, then PM Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, 5 kg per person per month. Okay, that is of free ration. Also, subsidies for crop insurance, credit, and irrigation. Also, combined subsidy of around rupees 4 lakh crore per annum. So, in all such areas, though the government is directly trying to help the farmers, but there are various issues with the agricultural policies in our country, mainly associated with the trade and marketing policies, implicit taxations, and also some of the heavy subsidization and open-ended procurement of various number of crops. So there is a need to realign farmer support policies keeping in mind environmental outcomes, be it the millets, pulses, oilseeds, as much of horticulture could perhaps be given carbon credits to incentivize their respective cultivation. So there is a need for innovation in technology. Also, product diversification needs to be there, increasing productivity through better seeds and better irrigation, and also diversifying the high value crops and even putting solar panels on farmers' field as a third crop will be basically needed to increase the farmer's income and to double the farmer's income, which was recently targeted to be 2022, but it has not been completed and has been extended to around 2024. So let's see what in the coming times the Amrit Kal has kept for the respective farmers. Okay, so that was with the respective editorial. So we have this 5 number of MCQs. Please do attempt these MCQs and do join our WhatsApp and Telegram channel for further updates and also to get some of the exciting benefits out of our course. So that's all for today. Thank you and Jai Hind.